Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I am really excited for this video. Today I am going to be doing a cooking video. I just love cooking. I know that I say this a lot on my channel. It's one of my favourite things to do. So today I am going to be cooking my granddad's famous sticky chicken, and also I'm going to be making homemade Yorkshire puddings and roast potatoes and veg. My granddad used to make this when I was really young, and then obviously he's dead now, so I had to ask my nan for the recipe and she gave it to me. It's a very simple recipe, but I thought I would share this recipe with you just in case if any of you also want to cook it. It's quite easy and it's not an expensive meal to make, so I feel like we should just get into it. So first off, I got some chicken thighs out the freezer and let them defrost overnight, and then I put them in the bowl, evenly spread. Obviously I did wash my hands before doing this, so I just evenly spread them into the bowl just for the time being. I just really hate picking up raw chicken. It's like the most disgusting thing ever. And then I get some tomato ketchup. Not gonna lie, I don't measure this. I just stop when I feel like it. So then I just squeeze it all in the bowl like I said. Look at that. And then I get some clear honey. I normally do about 3 teaspoons. And that's about it, to be honest. Obviously you want enough for it to be sticky enough, so then it's sticky chicken, but not too little so then it isn't sticky chicken. Like, you get my drift. And then I get some chicken seasoning. Not gonna lie, this chicken seasoning was stuck to it, so it didn't really work. And then I put some garlic granules in there as well. Not gonna lie, you will see that I love garlic. And then I get some balsamic vinegar. You only need a little tiny bit of that, otherwise it just tastes all like vinegar. And then I just start mixing it all together. This is the bit that I hate the most, to be honest, because the garlic always stays on your hands even when you wash your hands, so be reminded of that if you do this. And then I put the lid on, and then I put it in the fridge to marinate for a while. So whilst the chicken's marinating in the fridge, I start on the Yorkshire puddings. Pause if you want to see the recipe, but I do halve all the ingredients on that recipe because otherwise you end up with about 50 Yorkshire puddings. So in this case, it says on the bit of paper 140 grams of flour, so I only do 70, and then it says on the recipe as well to do 200 millilitres of milk, so I only do 100. And then I get my muffin baking tray out and put some oil into each, I don't know what you call them, like little hole things. Sorry, I don't really know what you call them, so I'm just going to call them little hole things. And then I'm going to put them in the oven because they need to be hot for when I put the mixture in. And then I crack 2 eggs, making sure I do not get any shell in at all. It's the most annoying thing ever. And then I put the flour in. You always put the flour in with the eggs. You don't put the milk in yet. So now I start mixing, making sure that every single lump is out, and then you gradually start adding the milk. You don't do it all at once, so like I'm doing it in sections, so you just gradually do that. And now I add some salt and pepper and just add a little tiny bit to it, and then mix in the salt and pepper as well. And now I'm just cleaning the sides because every time I make Yorkshire puddings I always make a mess. So now the oil is hot, I add evenly into the tray, making sure they're even. Sometimes I do it and they're not even, and then I end up with a massive Yorkshire pudding. So now I'm going to put the Yorkshire puddings in the oven to cook, and look how amazing they are when they come out. They're absolutely perfect. I'm just taking them out the tray and putting them onto a plate to cool down for the moment. And then, because there is so much more mixture left, I put some more Yorkshire puddings in the oven, and that's the reason why I tell you to halve the recipe on the bit of paper, because otherwise if you don't, you would end up with about 70 Yorkshire puddings, and this is how many I've made by halving the recipe. So then I put them in the oven again, and now look how good the second batch of Yorkshire puddings come out. So now I start doing the potatoes. I chopped and boiled the potatoes. So now I'm taking the chicken out of the fridge and putting it in the oven to cook. Now the potatoes are boiled and now I'm going to shake them around so now they get fluffy. I've already put oil into the tray, hot, and now I'm going to put the potatoes in there. By the way, it's only me eating this, so there isn't a lot of potatoes, and I think I shook them a bit too much because they started crumbling. So now I've already done the veg. I've done that off camera. I just put it in the microwave because I wasn't by myself, so I thought I might as well. So then I also done some gravy. So now the chicken is out. I'm not gonna lie, it's burnt because I forgot it was in the oven, so I'm sorry, it's not meant to be like that. So now the potatoes are out. I was really pleased with the potatoes, and now I'm starting to plate everything up, but just keep an eye on the chicken, alright? I didn't mean to, it never turns out like this. It was because I was doing stuff around the house. So now I put the veg onto the plate. All I done was broccoli and sweet corn. In the microwave is actually easier. If I was cooking for other people, I wouldn't put it in the microwave, but as it's just me, I thought I might as well do it because I was being a little bit lazy, to be honest. So now I am getting the Yorkshire puddings out of the oven. Once the Yorkshire puddings cooled down on the side after I cooked them, I put them in the freezer and then took a couple out for when this dinner was nearly ready. And now I've got loads of Yorkshire puddings in the freezer for a later date. So now I'll put some gravy on, and this is what the dinner's looking like. Obviously the chicken wouldn't look like this if I didn't burn it, but it was still so good. So that was my meal. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I just love doing step-by-step how to cook meals. Obviously, like I said, it's one of my favourite things to do. Please let me know in the comments if you want to see another cooking video, and also please can we get up to 400 subscribers? I'd really appreciate it. We've been doing so well over these last couple of months. When this video comes out, I think that we probably will be over 400 subscribers, but just in case, please can we get up to 400 subscribers? If we are over 400 subscribers, please can we get up to 450 subscribers? I'd really appreciate it. And please let me know in the comments what you would like me to cook next if you like seeing these videos. So remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!